Chipotle. Chipotle is my life.
Fun fact, I actually never had Chipotle before I worked there once as a summer job, and when I did try it, I hated it and I thought it was awful. It just gave me an upset stomach every time I ate. Anyways, Chipotle is really nice because you can order almost any way you want. There are a few things I wouldn't recommend doing though. Some of these are just minor annoyances. Like, why do people get burritos double wrapped when all they get is chicken, bean, and cheese? It doesn't harm anyone, sure, but it's a little puzzling. It also confuses me when people clearly know what they want, but they request it out of order. Look, if the mild salsa is the first thing you see, why would you get it last? I know some people that order this way to achieve certain goals, like putting the cheese on first to get it melted a little, but most of the time, I just rearrange their orders so that things pile up in the way they're presented, with the salsas first and the lettuce last. One time though, there was a customer that came in and ordered this way, so I rearranged his order like I usually do. He came back after a few minutes and asked for his bowl remade. I thought I might have put in an ingredient he didn't want or something, so I redid his bowl, but the order sounded suspiciously familiar. So when he said he didn't want his other bowl, I took it back and checked. It was the exact same bowl, but the sour cream in the new one was on top of the lettuce, whereas in the old one, it was underneath. Why would you do this? To be fair, it wasn't that busy, but the boy's dad seemed to realize his son was being a brat and smiled regretfully at us. Dude, don't just look at us and signal your apathetic apology. Be a parent. And you, don't waste food anymore. You're being wasteful. Anyways, let's talk about other things you shouldn't do. Try not to put your hand over the sneeze guard to point out what you want. The glass is there for a reason, and I can't guarantee that you'll get your hand back in one piece. Also, why are people still asking for chorizo and soft corn tortillas? It's been nearly a year since they were last available, at least where I live. But most importantly, you should reevaluate your decision to get a burrito if you're going to 1. Make it huge, and 2. Make it wet. As a master burrito roller, big dry burritos are okay. Sometimes they just look big because of the lettuce or something, but big burritos are usually no problemo. I can't count the number of times though that someone has given me a look of disdain for spilling their burrito's guts because they just had to get 2 scoops of hot salsa and 2 scoops of medium salsa and extra sour cream and barbacoa and guacamole with no rice or lettuce to add any salt to their meal to soak up the liquids. Look, it's fine and dandy to get what you want, but if you're going to get a burrito that's basically 99% liquid on the inside, just get a bowl or ask for the tortilla in the bowl. The employees will be happier, the customers behind you in line will be happier, and you will be happier. I promise this. I swear on my cousin's dog, who hates me and barks at me for just existing and will probably fit in a tortilla. I hate you too, Maxie. Another guy? I'm really not sure. A couple of my coworkers say he or she is transgender, but I won't delve into that because it really doesn't matter. What does matter is that they really don't like having their food written on. Fair enough, it's standard procedure, but it's easier to not write on the food, and I get to help the next customer anyway, so I'd do it. The problem is, this person decides to take the Sharpie pen away from us, reaching over the counter and other people's food to do so. Even worse, they do this on a regular basis. Could you not? Even disregarding the fact that you could spread germs and disease, it's just rude. Okay, I'll admit I've been pretty negative for basically this whole time. I'll try to end on a positive note. Regulars are great. I spent this whole time giving don'ts, now here's a do. Do say hi to us employees and remind us of your regular order. Not only will we get it out of the way faster, it's also nice to have a break from following the script, and we get to have an actual conversation with someone, if only for a few seconds. There's this one regular who looks really similar to Gabe Newell, you know, the Valve guy, and it's always nice to see his face. But then there's this other guy. Every single time he comes into the store, he's got this annoying grin on his face, and I try to ignore him until the last possible second I need to interact with him, and from then I purposefully follow the script while he tries to initiate conversation with me, like, hey, shoo, what's going on? And I just write black or pinto beans, and this continues until I hand him off to someone else to finish the burrito. Being a skillful burrito making master, I did memorize his order, which means now all I say is, I got you. And I make his order as fast as I can while pretending to smile at his attempts to communicate with me. I guess the lesson here is be friendly, but don't be weird about it. This guy brings his friends, calls each employee by their names, like really emphasizing it, and brags that he's a regular. All that with this creepy grin. Also, I said I'd end with a positive note, but it ended up turning into a negative thing again, so I'll try one more time. Chipotle, I think we can make this work. I need money. You need nothing, but you can provide me with money, so if you need like an online presence, I can hook you up. Actually, I guess this is like a new channel and this is my first video, so My online presence is zero, but hey, neither you nor I know what the future will hold. And with some shared resources, we can conquer the internet with something other than people hating on your queso. I shouldn't have said that. Just sponsor me. It'll be easy.